Well, basically what we did was we had a workshop component of DocNorth, and we went to high schools, and we also worked with One Kids Place Treatment Center, and we did a series of documentary workshops with them. We worked with grade 12 high school students. They worked through the whole semester to create their own documentaries in an English class. So instead of writing an essay, they wrote documentary scripts, and then they actually went out and shot their documentaries and edited them. So certain projects will be featured from that workshop in our festival. Also with the One Kids Place workshop, we had teens work on their own documentaries based on their own lives and their personal experiences, and those documentaries are also being featured at DocNorth Film Festival. So it's nice to tie in a community element of the festival and get out into the community and start to inspire youth to be making documentaries, not just screening documentaries, but also inspiring people to be creating them and inspiring the community to be producing films and documentaries. So we're going to continue that on in years to come for DocNorth, and I think that's a very important part of what we do.
What did you hear from the students? You know, sometimes they approach it with some apprehension, or they jump in both feet, but what did you hear through the process?
Well, at first the students were pretty reluctant to want to kind of get involved in doing a documentary. I think when they think of documentary, they think, oh, well, it's kind of boring, it's a lot of work. But once they got, a lot of the students, once they really got into their subjects, they really started to enjoy the process of filmmaking. And especially in the editing process, they had a really good experience putting together their films. In particular, there is a skateboarding film which blew everybody away. Students that weren't necessarily interested in the English class made a documentary on local skateboarding, and they absolutely blew everybody out of the water. So we're very, very excited that certain students took the concept of filmmaking, documentary filmmaking, and ran with it. And I think it's just important because students, especially at that age group, they're exposed to a lot of media, and they're growing up in a world that is bombarding them with media. And I think it's empowering for youth to actually create their own media and experience what it is to make a film and what it is to make something that you're watching on television. And once they create their own media, they kind of get a sense of like how this is done. And I think that's empowering for them.